Hello, I'm Warren Buffett. Over the years, people have asked me about every asset under the sun. Gold, silver, art, Bitcoin, you name it. But there's one question that keeps coming up more than almost any other. Mr. Buffett, why don't you invest in gold? People love gold. They love the way it shines. They love the 5,000-year story. They love that it's real money. Grandparents keep bars in the safe. TV ads scream that gold is the only thing that survives when everything else collapses. It feels safe. It feels eternal. Yet, I've spent 70 years investing, and I have never owned a single ounce of gold. Not personally, not at Berkshire Hathaway. Zero. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why gold is one of the worst investments you can make. Why it has almost no place in building serious long-term wealth, and what you should own instead if you actually want your money to grow while you sleep. Let's start with a simple question I always ask when I look at any asset. What does this thing do while I own it? A farm produces corn and soybeans. Apartment buildings produce rent. Apple produces iPhones and cash flow. Coca-Cola sells 8 billion servings a day and throws off profits. Great businesses get better over time. They invent, they compound, they reward patience. Now, what does gold do while you own it? Nothing. It just sits there. It doesn't grow. It doesn't pay dividends. It doesn't invent anything. It doesn't hire people. It doesn't cure diseases. It costs you money to store it and insure it. Gold is a rock that looks pretty. That's it. I call gold the ultimate greater fool investment. You only make money if you find somebody willing to pay more for that shiny rock than you did. That's not investing. That's speculation dressed up in a vault. Let me give you the math in plain English. From 1971, when Nixon closed the gold window, until today, 2025, gold has gone from about $35 an ounce to roughly $2,600. That sounds incredible, a 75-fold increase. But let's look at what else happened over those same 54 years. $35 invested in the S&P 500 in 1971, with dividends reinvested, would be worth over $8,000 today. More than a 220-fold return. Gold gave you 75x, stocks gave you 220x, and stocks paid you cash along the way while gold charged you storage fees. Even worse, gold has long, brutal stretches where it does absolutely nothing. From 1980 to 2000, 20 straight years where gold lost purchasing power while the stock market went up almost 1,400%. People who bought at the 1980 top had to wait until 2008, 28 years just to break even in nominal terms. And after inflation and storage costs, they were crushed. Gold bugs always say the same thing. But Warren, what about hyperinflation? What about the collapse of the dollar? I've lived through the 1970s. I saw 13% inflation. I saw gas lines. I saw gold hit $850 in 1980 while the economy melted. And you know what happened next? Paul Volcker crushed inflation, interest rates fell, and the greatest bull market in history began. The people who hid in gold missed it all. Yes, there are rare moments, wars, currency collapses, when gold can protect you. But those moments are few, far between, and impossible to time. Trying to time gold is the same as trying to time the end of the world. Most people who buy gold for protection end up holding a very expensive insurance policy that never pays out. Here's the dirty secret the gold dealers never put in their commercials. Gold has no earning power, zero. It has no cash flow. It has no management trying to improve it. It has no competitive moat. Its supply keeps growing about 1.5 to 2% per year because we keep digging more out of the ground. That's it. Compare that to a wonderful business. A business can raise prices. It can open new stores. It can invent new products. It can buy its own shares. It can grow earnings 10%, 15%, 20% a year for decades. Gold can't do any of that. Another problem? Liquidity illusion. People think gold is the most liquid asset on earth. It isn't. Try selling $50 million of physical gold on a Sunday night when the world is panicking. Good luck. You'll get robbed on the bid-ask spread, or worse, you won't find a buyer at all. I can sell $50 million of Coca-Cola or Apple in seconds, anywhere in the world, at a price everyone can see. And let's talk about opportunity cost, the silent killer. Every dollar you put into gold is a dollar you can't put into businesses that actually compound. That difference over a lifetime is measured in millions, sometimes tens of millions. I ran the numbers once for a young person starting with $10,000 in 1971. Gold root, about $740,000 today. A simple S&P 500 index fund, over $2.3 million today. Same starting amount, same time period. One path made you comfortable. The other made you rich. Gold also feeds on fear. The entire marketing machine is built around scaring you. The dollar is dying. The system is collapsing. Fear is a lousy basis for an investment plan. I've made my best purchases when others were fearful, but I bought businesses, not rocks. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying gold is evil or fraudulent. It's beautiful jewelry. Central banks own it for historical reasons. A tiny allocation, maybe 1 to 2% of a huge portfolio, can act as minor insurance. But for 99% of people, gold is a terrible way to build wealth. So, what should you own instead? 1. Wonderful businesses, either individual stocks you understand or low-cost index funds. 2. Your own earning power. The best investment most young people can make is in their education and skills. 3. A paid-for home you love, a consumption decision, not an investment. That's it. Simple, boring, proven, and devastatingly effective over time. I'll leave you with the same thought I've had for 70 years. Invest in things that produce, things that earn while you sleep, things that get better as the world gets better. Gold just sits in a vault hoping someone else panics more than you do. If this made you rethink the shiny metal, do me a favor, hit like, share it with someone who's been tempted by those late-night gold commercials, and subscribe if you want more straight talk about money that actually works. Remember, your money should be working harder than you are. Gold never works at all. See you in the next one. This is Warren Buffett signing off.